Okay, today I'm going to be painting the mirror for the Magick Mirror. You'll notice I've got the glass here, and I've got a couple of other bits of metal that I'm using for another job. I just figured I might as well do them all in one hit. I'm rubbing the glass down with a tissue. This needs to be clean. I can't stress it enough how clean this needs to be, because once I put the paint on, any marks or dust or scratches are going to be incredibly visible, and you'll never actually get rid of them. So that needs to be clean. The paint I'm using is called Potbelly Black. This is for high temperature use. Probably not necessary for the glass, but it is necessary for this job. But this particular can is the stuff that I wanted to use. I'm hoping it'll work, no guarantee about that at this stage. And it came at the right price when I was helping a friend clean up a shed, and I just happened to find that particular can sitting on a shelf looking quite lonely. I've had it stored upside down so that all the thickness all sort of run down to the lid. It's just a matter of applying a thick coat. I guess the professionals would say use a thick but even coat. I should probably be using a better brush than this, but that's what I've got. I can see it's streaking, so I'll probably come back and do a second or third coat even. I'm working outside under direct sunlight. I've been waiting for a day where I'm going to have perfect weather. I would have liked it to be a little bit warmer. According to the thermometer, it's currently about 15 degrees. Feels like it could be more likely 20. And I realise watching a bloke paint a piece of glass is about as interesting as watching it dry. I think I've used up that. And I'm taking whatever care I can not to be too rough with this. I don't want the glass to move and I end up with paint on the other side, then I've just got to take it off again. I'm going to leave it like that to dry. Okay, it's time for a second coat of paint. I'm just going to turn the glass around 90 degrees that way. I've already done a couple of extra coats on these ones. They're not quite dry enough yet. And I discovered that the paint, the Potbelly Black, is not water soluble after I got it all over my hands, so I'm using terps to wash the brush. Good old terps. A bit of toilet paper with terps on it brought the paint straight off the fingers. And I've also added a bit of a slop of terps to the paint just to thin it down a little, and it gave a much easier coat. As I did before, just dip the old brush in. I found it got a slightly thicker spread though if I got it from the sides. And I'm just going at 90 degrees to the previous strokes. Okay, it's a much thinner covering, but it's going on a hell of a lot smoother than the first coat did. Good morning, welcome back to the tutorial. Now I've left the Magick Mirror out overnight. It's probably still a little bit early in the morning to really worry about it. Things are a little cold and damp. But we're going to turn the mirror over, and that is looking pretty schmicko. There's still a few streaks I can see on this side, a few I can see there, so I'll probably go the third coat at least, maybe even a fourth coat. But that's the effect we're looking for there. Piece of glass, incredibly black on the other side, and that gives a fantastically brilliant reflective surface. So I'm just going to give that another coat, just looking to see which way the streaks are going. So I'm going to go back over it again at 90 degrees, brush all the crap off that's fallen on over the night. I have actually left that out overnight outside. The paint seems to have thickened up a little, so I'll just squidge that around, squidge being the technical term. Alright, paying closer attention to the edges than I was. That's one of the streaky bits right there. During the course of the day I might even give this several more coats, but I think as far as the tutorial goes, that's about as much as you guys need to see.